Hello, Advanced Navigation. Unfortunately, with my recent move to North Dakota, I had to ship a lot of things, and the MacBook Air I ordered that was supposed to show up today was sent to the wrong address. So I kind of got limited to what I can do with my phone and the time I had left in the day after work. I did my research on the G3000 system, specifically the setup found in newer or larger jets. For example, the Phenom 300, PC-12s, PC-24s, the Honda Jet, for example, they all utilize the G3000s. In a smaller aircraft with G3000s, you would see a similar configuration of one PFD and one MFD, like in the Piper Archer TXs that have dual G1000s, like a lot of us have probably used for instrument training. While the G3000 system looks very similar to the G1000 at first glance, a few major differences you would see with the larger cockpit of a jet is two PFDs, one in front of each seat and one MFD in the middle. This allows both pilots to have their own PFD in front of them and have shared the MFD in the middle that would likely display the moving map and engine indications the majority of the time. For the sake of space saving and minimizing clutter, the G3000s do not have knobs down the side as we would see on the G1000s. Instead, it has two or sometimes three Garmin Touch Control screens, or GTCs, below the three main displays. These GTCs are the primary means of navigating the available functions on the PFDs and MFD, and as I said, replaces the knobs we're used to seeing on the side of the G1000s, like your COM, FMS, range, and course knobs. Some key functions of the G3000 is the amount of customizable options in comparison to the G1000, which is kind of crazy to think about. The G1000 obviously is pretty complex, has a lot of features, but the G3000 kind of just blows it out of the water. There are many more ways to set up the 3000 system in comparison, and I'll kind of get into that and what that looks like. For example, we learned that on the G1000 you can, I believe, only pull up the checklist with the checklist soft key on the MFD but not on the PFD, versus on the G3000 you can pretty much pull up any screen or page you want on the PFD, on either of them, on the MFD. You can go from full screen map display or full screen primary flight display to a split screen function on any of the three screens at any point, giving you an abundant list of different split screen setups. It makes sense that in a small plane like the Archers, the G1000s are set up for the left seat to be the pilot flying and the right seat to be the pilot monitoring. However, the G3000 is set up in most planes to be constantly interchangeable, and everything can be accessed from either screen. It can be set up in numerous ways. To me, this is super efficient. You think about commercialized flying, they're kind of making it to where you can have it set up any way you want. The pilot flying can set up his PFD with, say, the primary flight instruments in split screen mode and have the moving map on the other half still on the PFD. The MFD in the middle could still have the engine indications, but also a systems pages or numerous different system pages, or system status pages open instead of having the moving map, because as I said, you could put it in a split screen mode onto your PFD. The other pilot could use his PFD to have the airport diagram open, checklists, approach plates, be getting frequencies, whatever combination you would want in any given situation or period of flight. And in a timely manner could be reconfigured to something totally different. Of course, this takes hours upon hours of familiarization and training and practice to become proficient with an advanced system like this. And for now, I'll be stuck behind a 172 with steam gauges, but I'm excited for the day that I have all that advanced technology at my fingertips. And that kind of caps off the G3000. With the time I had, couldn't even begin to scratch the surface of all of the different functions, and a good portion of that would be to even understand some of the different features incorporated with those jets, which I have not yet learned. So hopefully that'll be about a year or two from now that I might be able to actually dig into learning more about that and becoming proficient with it. The verse of the day that I'd like to quote is Luke 16, verse 10. One who is faithful in very little is also faithful in much, and one who is dishonest in very little is also dishonest in much. So with that, do everything honestly and wholeheartedly, and have faith in God that He will guide you in life. It's been a pleasure taking this class with you guys, and I've learned an incredible amount about the navigation systems that are becoming more and more standardized, and know that this knowledge will become very useful within the next few years of my life. Thank you guys, and good luck next quarter.